Greetings, Grey Witch here. So, today we're going to buy a submarine. So, before you buy the submarine, you actually have to go to the casino and go to the new club that they have added, and then speak to Martin Madrazo's son, and then it'll get you this unlocked, and then you can come to Warstock and actually purchase it. Now, some of the options for this are very expensive. Now, you're spending $2.2 million to buy it. And this right here, the paint, is probably the cheapest purchasable option. And it's still, $75,000 for paint, which is kind of expensive, I think. And I was going to paint mine this solid black color right here. And I figured, most of the sub's going to be underwater anyway, so it's pretty much already that way, so I'll just leave it. Now this item is free, so you can put your flag on there. And then after that, it gets expensive quick. So if you want the Sonar Station, this will let you track if there's other subs around you and find treasure, because I believe you can find 10 hidden treasures a day. So they give you cash and RP. I don't know how much you get for that, but that should be pretty cool. But it's 1.2 million. And I don't have the money for that right now. Well, I do, but I don't want to spend it right now, so I'm going to just wait. And then there's guided missiles. And that's 1.9. Because I figure after I do the heist a few times, I should be able to buy some of this stuff. Or possibly, hopefully, we'll see. Weapon Workshop. I'm definitely going to get this right now because I do like using some of my Mark II weapons, and I like to have the ammo for those. And then moon pool vehicles. This is actually a pretty cool feature. So you have the Sparrow and the Kraken of Visa. You got a helicopter and a mini sub. Helicopter, pretty expensive, 1.8 million, but it is weaponized. It's a mini one. You can launch it from this sub, so that's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to get that later. I should get it now, but I'm just holding off because I'm just going to get the minimum that I need to start at the missions. And this is pretty cool. That's 1.5, and still, I'm going to wait on that too. So I'm sure that'll be, if I own that, the options for the heist will actually be better. So I really want to run through it a few times and see what's going on. So I'm going to purchase this for $2.5 million. And that's what we're going to do. Alright. So just the basics, just what I need. Now if you wanted to buy all of this stuff, it's $9,085,000. So that's a lot of money for this submarine, but I knew it was going to be expensive. Alright, so once you buy the submarine, you'll see it's on the map, and you can call it out from your menu, and then you can call out this dinghy, which will actually show up somewhere to where you can go get to the sub, because it remains underwater until you get close. And it pops up like that, which is actually pretty cool. And then there's 3 entrances, one on the front, one on the conning tower, and one on the rear. So we'll go to this one right here. And we'll go down inside. Check it out. Now the interior of this submarine is actually quite large. There's a lot of little hidden rooms and little areas that you can get lost in. And I really think that this would be a great place for a pistol-only deathmatch. So somebody's going to have to make one of those. Lots of little rooms you want to explore. Like down here is your sleeping quarters. And you can spawn into this location because that's what I have been doing to do the heist. And you got a place to change your clothes. You got a computer. You got a bed. Everything you need for spending the night on a submarine. So right here is the galley, which is pretty cool. And you want to check around because you see right there on the table, there's a Molotov. And I know there's a couple other places where there's weapons hidden around here, so there's probably a lot more. I just didn't find them yet. Like I said, this place is pretty big. It's real easy to get lost in it or turned around. It's take me a while to learn the layout of this thing. Alright. Let's go this way. This is where the weapons workshop is, back here. Right there. Cool. Then we got torpedoes, which this does come with. So you don't have to immediately buy those guided missiles. You do have weapons you can use. I was kind of bummed that we don't have depth charges. So I was kind of hoping that would be something that we'd have. What's this right here? Is security cameras. Let's go. Alright. So I'm going to head up to the main area. Let's go in here to the moon pool. Because I do believe that there is another vehicle besides the submarine that you can bring in here, because there's 2 spaces. And I think one of them is a vehicle that hasn't come out yet. I think it's going to be drip fed to us or something like that. I don't know if the Stromberg or any of that will work. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty much guessing it probably won't, because it's from old DLC and they're going to want you to buy new stuff. Alright, so what's this back here? I think it's just an exit. Yep, that's it. So now we'll head up to the main driving deck. I wonder if it's called a bridge in a submarine. Not sure. Like I said, it's easy to get turned around in here. I still think this would be a really good place for a death match. Especially if the power kept going on and off. You had to use thermal. Ooh, what's this? Don't know. I wonder if that's where the guided missiles are. There's a helipad. I really want to get this helicopter. I should have got it, but I don't want to spend money that I don't have on stuff that I don't really need right now if I can get away with it. There's a scuba suit you can change into. And here we are. Alright, let's look down the periscope. This is pretty cool. So this ought to be pretty neat. I'm just imagining the battles, the ocean battles that are just going to be going on with this, because you're going to have subs, you're going to have jets, there's going to be boats. It's going to be pretty insane. I imagine open lobbies are going to be completely ridiculous nowadays. Well, I mean, they are anyways. We have flying motorcycles and cars and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So, yeah, this is just going to add to the chaos. But it's going to be awesome. And that's where my sonar station will go, I believe.
Welcome back, Capitan. That was a master class in clandestine
Alright, so to drive this, you want to come over to this little area right here and press right on the D-pad to sit down, and then you can drive it. And driving it's actually kind of weird. You have to stay in the deep water. You can't go near the shallows. It just bottoms out real easily. Once you get used to it, it's basically like driving a car. You use R2 to do the gas, L2 for brake, L1 and R1, swing it around. You really need to use those probably more than anything, because it helps. You hold X to dive, you hold square to surface, and firing the torpedo is circle. So it's pretty cool. And you can actually use autopilot while you're underwater. I don't know if you can get out through one of the exits with a scuba suit. I'm hoping that you can, because that would be really neat. But I think maybe the only way you can get out of it while you're underwater is in the submersible. I'm not sure. But it drives pretty slow. It's a big thing. It wouldn't want to be something you want to move around real fast, because it would be real easy to get it bogged down. I'm sure there's going to be people trying to drive them up on the land and all kinds of ridiculous stuff like that. But as you can see, it moves at a pretty good pace. I think it's probably about as fast as, a little bit faster than a tugboat. So I don't think it's as fast as any of the speedboats or anything like that. I don't know, I'd have to do a comparison. You know what? I'm going to fire one of my torpedoes at the... This is my yacht right here. See what happens when I do that. Okay. I kind of wish there was like the where you could see it traveling through the water. It actually put out a pretty good damage circle there. I'm going to be curious to see how those perform. You can see how big this thing is compared to my yacht. I mean, it's almost the same size as the yacht. It just looks so massive right here like this. But when I bring it up right beside it, it's just a little bit longer. Which kind of bums me out, because if we can drive something this big, why can't we drive our yachts? But that's it. Alright, well, this is Grey Witch. I hope this video helped you out, and I will see you next time.